Gentlemen, are you more a praiser or a taser in your relationships with your life partner, with your wives? This is such a fundamental thing to gain a distinction over. Praiser versus taser. Taser. This is where predominantly guys are coming from. You know the taser gun. You just stick in these electrodes, whatever electric wires, and shocks the shit out of people. Predominantly how guys give feedback to your women, and like I put my hand up for years, is we sort of, as the masculine mind, the male mind, as we've been conditioned, we grow predominantly by challenge. We also should sort of lean into a little bit more of the loving support type of thing, but by conditioning, we're predominantly conditioned to grow by challenge. Sort of like you trip, you fall down, get up and get on with it. Come on, you're like just faster, stronger, like more powerful, like 7 down, 8 up, keep rising. And that's the heroic sort of macho, get up and at it type approach. We'll take that with ourselves, we'll take that when we're coaching kids football, we'll take that with our mates, is sort of challenge the guy, challenge the man. That's how we grow. However, biggest thing is we bring this way of looking at life into our marriages, into our lifelong relationships. And from a beautiful point of intentionality, a lot of times, good guys in relationships, we mean well, but let me give you sort of a practical example. Maybe you notice over the years, 3, 4, 5 years, maybe 15, 20 years, whatever, you might notice that your life partner, your wife, your goddess, she's sort of isn't in quite the same super cool, wonderful shape she was in, 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And you might say to her, it's like, hey honey, just noticed that, you're gaining a little bit of weight, and I'm just concerned, for your health, and, just maybe you'd feel better. It seemed that you're sort of stressed and there's different things going on. Maybe you'd feel better about yourself if you got going to the gym, or, we could, go on a diet. Like maybe you should be cutting back on sort of eating so many desserts. And we get into solution mode. We diagnose the problem. We prescribe the solution. We are solution focused, linear thinking organisms, and it works. It's an incredible gift. However, it's like a taser. It's received like a taser. That's what it's like to the emotional system of the feminine. The goddess. The goddess grows by praise. Take that exact same scenario. You don't go with the objective feedback, so-called objective feedback. They praise her method to arrive at the exact same way, but finding the path of least resistance might be, you see your wife, she comes in after walking the dog outside for 20 minutes, half an hour, or whatever. You see her coming in and you're like, hey honey, I just love seeing you coming back in. You just seem so full of vitality after walking the dog. Like I love seeing that. You're looking quite hot. And you get this sort of a fire going, a connection. You praise her for the behavior that you actually know, that will do her so good. The rational mind might be able to, cause and effect. Where it might be good if she got going there for all the wonderful reasons in the world. But praise her. Praise the behavior that will bring out more. The feminine is like a flower. Sometimes when you see a flower sort of a little bit wilted, it's not dead. It doesn't need to be fixed, but it just needs a little bit of watering. A little bit of watering that gets it perked back up and has it sort of blooming and blossoming into the full-fledged, beautiful display of its colours every day. That's the feminine. And the water is the praise. They will react to praise. Praise them. praise them, praise them, praise them. And the more predominantly you use that, sort of, okay, you might think it's a bit of a strategy, but when it becomes part of a way of being, trust me guys, my first 7 or 8 years of relationship, of marriage with Matilda, I was more of the taser guy. I was sort of thinking I was getting the objective sort of, oh, there's a little bit of a problem and here's a solution. Never ever 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 worked. And the more guys I coach, I just see this is universal. Praise her, because you don't want to be a taser. You can go with the taser, you can go with the feedback. Maybe she kicks back, she gives you objective feedback, she's relating to you as a man. You need to relate to her as a woman, as a goddess. But see how it works out for you. If you're like 99% of guys in relationships out there who put this into work, the praise her is the path of least resistance to flourishing, thriving, allowing your goddess to shine, and you receiving the fullness of what will come, and that will be sensational and blissful in every single regard. Guys, have a great day. Enjoy experimenting.